Moving on to why trade Forex. And this is a favorite one for me. There are several reasons beyond the volatility and volume amount being traded daily in the Forex market, which I love, that I believe makes it a superior market for starting your trading journey. And so I want to kind of go over a few that I personally, was drawn to or driven by. And the first one would be a true personal, huge pro for me, which is a narrow focus. The number one reason that I personally chose to go into trading the Forex market versus the stock market is that there are only 8 main currency pairs. And I really like the idea of the main pairs being easier to choose, easier to follow and research compared to the several thousand stocks that are available to trade. I didn't personally want to dig into all the financial statements, board of directors, ethics, reports, etc. of stocks. I didn't want to keep track of companies coming in and falling off the exchange. I perceived coming into this that the Forex offered me more of what I felt was opportunity to focus on the skill of trading versus combing through stocks to trade. And I tell you, it has been a decision that I've never regretted and I still feel was really right for me. Another reason of my whys was high volume and liquidity. Liquidity and volume is what makes a market move. And as I just mentioned, with Forex being the largest market in the world, you are guaranteed that there is movement in the market, creating opportunities to make money every single day, which I love. The next reason I also just went over in our previous slide was 24-hour markets. I freaking love the freedom that Forex offers in regards to trading hours. I love that someone with a full-time job can trade the evening Asian session after work, or the morning London session before work, or the New York session on lunch break. And there is no session that trading opportunities cannot be found and that money cannot be made. And that was a huge, huge pro for me. Another thing that I absolutely love and feel like is a big, pro to be considered is low to no cost commissions. Because the Forex market is so large, the transaction costs of essentially entering into trading as a way to make profits and reach your goals and increase your financial well-being makes it so much more affordable. A lot of times, and even in Forex, we'll talk about like exotic currencies. You just have such a barrier to, from commissions and from costs of trade, because it's hard for the brokers to get rid of it if you go to sell it, and different other economic reasons. And so, but the main 8, especially in some of the crosses, they have really low to absolutely no commission depending on your broker, and that's a big plus, to looking at the Forex market for trading. And the last one that was big for me was low entry price. Getting started with trading Forex does not have to wait until you save up and have large amounts of money to be able to trade. You can begin trading with as little as $50 with some brokers. Most brokers will let you start with even just a couple $100 accounts. But I liked that I didn't have to put in 6 figures when I didn't know what I was doing. I liked that you had the option, to start with a low amount. And I knew coming into this my reasons for going into trading and while I was looking at that. And a lot of that had to do with teaching, and due to my previous career, some of the observations I made. And so I knew I would be sharing what I learned. And I wanted something that had an entry price that everybody could touch. And I believe that it absolutely attained that. So those are just some of the reasons I think of why to choose and why to trade and even favor the Forex market over all the others.